Alright, what's up guys? I'm bringing a video today. I'm going to show you how to get some rock drake eggs and PVE, PS4. Alright, well let's get started. Some people have been having issues mainly trying to find the way there and then also trying to get them, because unlike the wyverns, you technically just can't run from these guys. So I'm going to show you how to do it solo, PS4, show you the pathway all the way there. As far as gear required, I just have regular hazmat suits. Here's 2 backup suits, and I am wearing a full suit. As far as what I need to have, of course I have some Big Macs, some food we made. I need to fill both my canteens actually, and just in case, I have 3 sets of climbing hooks. I'm probably only going to need 1, maybe just a blue one. Okay, let me fill up my canteen and we'll head out. Now, the whole point of getting this rock drake egg is I want to make it quick as possible. Huh, I did not see this. Okay. I want to make it... Let me check those levels out real quick. Sorry, this is just a new team. Okay. I want to make it quick as possible to get the drake egg and get back out. And we want to do this with little effort as possible. Now I'm going to take a drake down there already, but the required dino that you should probably be on, since you're still starting out, would probably be a Spino. And the reason a Spino is because on app, of course, we all know there's plenty of ovises. So trapping up a Spino, making a Spino cage, taming it, especially with the 3 times bonus going on right now, would really be helpful. Okay, my location right now, I'm still in the fertile zone, so I'm in the easy area, but I'm going to show you exactly how to get there. Yeah, I'm in the fallen nexus. I believe this is Fertile Lake 3. I'm still not very confirmed, but if you want to just some idea, there is the top of that metal structure, there is the pillar in the water, and here is the lake. I believe this is the spawn point too. I think it's I want to say it's spawn like Fertile Lake 3 spawn, but I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so we're gonna start. Usually, I mean, I'd be on a Spino, but I mean they are a little bit slower. But we're gonna go on a drake. We're gonna go the same way. There's actually 2 possible ways to get there. Once you have a full-grown drake, you could actually do the run in just 1 suit and get out quickly. But since we don't have a drake egg yet, we're gonna go the long way. Alright, so I'm gonna head down to the river over here. What do we have over here? There's more people taming stuff in our... I gotta admit, I do love this new map. It's a real challenge. Okay, so I was at the Fertile Lake, and I came down to the river. We're going to head towards the blue zone. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going this way. This is actually my first video I've ever made, but you know, I thought I'd make it just to help people out, because I mean, I know everybody wants a drake, and it's always better to try to do it yourself than actually relying on someone else. So hopefully this video will help out. If there's any other tip videos I can help make, let me know, and I'll do my best to come through on that. Okay, so I'm getting near the blue section right now. Also too, I do have a light guy. He really is not that overpowered. It's just a Christmas one. I think he has like 1500 light, and his recharge is only like maybe 500. So he's not critically, like, he's not super high. So I mean, because you will understand, the deeper you go into the caves, the nameless, they mess with you, they spawn, and with the no light, yeah, it can be a real handful. But this guy's mildly decent. He's not too bad, and he's not too terrible. Okay, here's the pathway that descends into the blue zone. So we're gonna just follow the pathway. Also on the blue zone, you will notice there are cyan spores on the ground. They look like little cyan circles. They do spit out like they do spit an effect on you where it freezes you. And most of the time, I've always died from it without my hazmat suit. Just freezes you, knocks you out, and then you just die. Only very few times I've actually survived one of them. We're just going to continue until we get to the first lake in the blue area. Okay. And this is the part where you come where there are two bridges. There's one over there just right in front of my Drake's head. And there is this one on the right. We're going to go on the right bridge. You know, for PvE, this little island right here, we're actually setting up a base. All these, this horrible structures that we have just like thrown out around here are when we were taming and just we're building up here. It's not a bad place. We don't intend to block it off for players because, I mean, to me, the way I see it is this is the best way to go for Drake eggs. Okay, so we just crossed the bridge pretty much. Your hazmat suit shouldn't take any damage until we get to the red zone. And then we're just going to drop off to the left over here. One thing I've noticed about the Drakes, they do hit a little bit slower, but they do hit hard. It just seems they do hit harder with their bites. I haven't got to test them and tested it out actually, but something I could do. Okay, the best guide for remembering this is we just went over the land bridge and to the left, and so we're gonna stick along the lake still, and you'll see this narrow little waterfall. This short little waterfall has no colors to it. That's gonna be one of your first like landmarks that you're gonna realize. We're gonna travel up. You're gonna start to see like it change to like this purple zone. We're gonna keep the waterfalls towards the left, and here's another landmarker, this purple area. Because actually, if you walk in there, there are spores that will hurt you. Even if you have a hazmat suit on, it damages it pretty quick. And here's a second waterfall where it gets a little bit more color into it. And you're gonna keep going uphill, and then you'll notice you'll enter this crystal cavern. You'll notice those in the middle of the water, those purple-looking crystals. And there is actually the lake up here continues, but it's just more shallow. And honestly, we're just going to continue to head up along and keep it to ours. We're going to hug the lake and just keep it to the left of us. There are crabs down here, and it seems like they are more aggressive down here. Like, I mean, in the fertile area, they walk around. If you don't get too close, they won't go after you. But over here, it's just, they seem to aggro. I don't know why I did that. They seem to aggro on you like the moment they have the chance to. It also, there is a reason I am trying to collect meat though. You will see that later on in the video. Trying to make this a short video. Let's see if we can get it through. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. Okay. Now here's where we're about to enter the red zone. We followed the lake all the way up and we kept it to our left. And we came along this little cavern. Alright. It should come to this dead end waterfall, and we're about to enter the radiate zone. You can do all this by Spino if you need to. Alright, we're gonna go down. And if you notice, it has the radiation symbol in the lower right hand corner. It's turned on. So that means our suit is being eaten up right now. And we have entered the red zone. Now the red zone can be really scary, but because I mean there are Reaver Queens down here, and one wrong turn can lead you down the wrong path, and you're just gonna be stuck fighting queens until you're dead. Last time it happened to us, we had to lose one Spino and two Trimates just to get out two Spinos. Okay, the tip I noticed for this entrance: as soon as you do the radiated zone, we're gonna zigzag pretty much all the way down. Because there are a bunch of turns, but we're just gonna keep zigzagging. Also too, if you notice that metal spine, that is a good like pipeline to follow. You would do this all, and on Spino, none of this should aggro to you at all, except for Seekers. Seekers are the most annoying thing ever. Oh, nice badger. All red. I'm gonna try to go past them, see if they don't notice me. Zigzagging still all the way down. Yeah, they're coming after me. On Spino, they'd probably catch me, but on Drake, I'm not sure if they're gonna catch up. And we will zigzag, and here's the part where we stop the zigzag, because if we go down that, we're most likely heading towards Reapers. And we'll zigzag down to this metal bridge. This is another good landmarker. And we're going to cross this bridge. There's even an explorer note right here. You don't get no XP, but in case you're into collecting those, there are some. I've already collected it. Okay, once we're off the metal bridge, we're just going to continue along the path in front of us. Oh, we got a Drake up ahead. One level. Okay, well, I can't tell. Yeah, these red crystals will kind of be a good landmarker too after the bridge. Keep an eye on these red crystals. One thing I've noticed about the drakes, the wild ones, their colors are so amazing, but it's hard to get a good looking drake like that and to hatch. I mean, I've seen like yellow ones, dark blue ones, all red ones. I don't know. The red and green ones, I don't know. I do know those are because of the Christmas, but I mean, I've seen some with before the Christmas update, and they looked amazing. And I'm curious why we can't get them to pop like that, or if it's just random chance. Okay, so we follow that pathway all the way down the bridge. Here's another good landmarker. There's gonna be this metal pole in the ground, along with these crystals. We're gonna make a right now. Also, pretty much any dinosaur you see down here too does have radiation immune resistance. So I mean, like, you could take Carnos, Meglos, Spinos, whatever you choose. I probably would choose Meglos, except for they will get a lot of aggro, and if you're actually riding a Meglo, the badger will pop up and he'll just make your day very horrible. And after we've made that right though, you're gonna notice we're down a long empty hallway. That's how you know you're on the right path. Something's dead right there. Okay. Here we go. "13 minutes into the video, so from the moment we left base, this is about 13-minute path. Like guys, the reason it does take so many suits is just because it's a long journey, and it's honestly going a lot quicker thanks to the Drake. But I mean, hey, you would be on Spino moving at the same pace. And actually, this spot actually is the spot. If you have a Drake, you can instantly just show up right here. And we have visitors. Oh, great. Now we really gotta hurry. There are some people I did show. And it looks like they're catching on. Okay, they see it is a very pathway, and you've seen that guy on a Spino because that's pretty much the designed way. Actually, if you want to, the best strategy I have against the Drakes is, as a solo, I take dinos with me, and I'll show you where you can put them and park them, because there is a safe spot where you could actually park a good amount of dinos. And let's say if there was a troll, if someone really tried to aggro the Drakes to that spot, the Drakes would tear them apart if they didn't fight them off, and there's no way they could drag them all the way over there. Maybe 1 or 2 Drakes could spawn over there, but if you have at least 1 dino on passive and anchor them all to him and keep the rest on attack your target, they should easily just tear it apart. Like 1 or 2 is not a problem. Only like if it's like 6 or 7. But I will show you a good spot to park, and I've done this run about like 30 plus times. I've already gotten several eggs. I mean, I got a 190, 180, 175, 150 egg already. The spot I'm gonna show you, it's not a super abundant amount of eggs, but it is a way to get some eggs, you know. And I mean, hey, as long as you can farm these 3, you're not doing too bad. And I mean, the one thing I do notice about this is that the rock drakes do spawn in the cave. I mean, almost immediately. Once you enter a new render zone, they automatically render. Like, even if you cleared out the hallway that you're coming from, they will just immediately render very quickly. So that's one thing you gotta worry about. But also the plus side, I've noticed the eggs kind of respawn very quickly too, though. I mean, I was literally down here and did an egg run, and then came back up for about maybe like 30-20 minutes to get the team and show them how to get eggs. And sure enough, the eggs had respawned. So it's like a double-edged sword. It's kind of good. One thing too you do need to realize is when you have an egg, all the drakes are going to swarm to you immediately, and that's when you need to fight them off. And the best idea is to keep the drake egg, when you have any inventory, do not switch it to your dino's inventory, because when you do, you restart aggro. So if you're walking on your dino and you're in front of a bunch of drakes and you're like, oh, I'm going to put in my dino's inventory, the moment you shift it from your inventory to the dino's, it will reappear like if you're stealing the egg, and everything will swarm you again. And I mean, proper timing can really screw you on that. Okay, so we're going to keep zigzagging some more. And here we go. Here's a safe zone. I'm going to park my drake right here. Honestly, I feel pretty safe in this area. I mean, yeah, this is still drake territory, but I mean, I feel fairly safe right here. See, I'll tell you the stat of my dinos too that I'm using. This is my only raised one. Oh my gosh. All these dinos are tamed except for a Jaeger. Jaeger is gonna be the one that is grown. Okay, here's the stats. Yeah, he got a lot of raw meat on him. Okay, so I'm rocking a 42 saddle on him. I got 10k health on this guy at about 430 melee. So that's not too bad. Then we got, this is, I think, this is better. This is another one. 10k health on a Megalo and 325 melee. These are all tamed. Jaeger's probably the hardest hitting one who's going to step above because he is bred. He's a 10k Spino with 554 melee. And then we have Epion. 10k health, 300 melee. Now these aren't the best stats, but this gets the job done. Anything better than this, it's just, it makes your life a lot easier. One thing you will notice is Jaeger and the Spinal, we are mate boosted, and so are the Megalos. I figured he was going to do that. You gotta wait here, buddy. You cannot go with this. I would take Drake, but he seems, I don't know. I just don't feel like he's the best in there. Especially since I'm still getting used to it. Okay, put him on attack your target. Okay. See, I'm just going with 4 dinos I've tamed over the weekend bonuses. This can be the 2 times bonus, or this can be the 3 times a bonus, which that's what I'm currently doing at the moment. And the Megalo's getting stuck. Yeah, one thing you notice, these rocks and ab, they're so annoying. Okay, I am officially stuck. Great way to waste time. Okay, here we go. Come on, Smino. Okay. Now you can take, if you're a little nervous about heights and the way the dino AI, how it could be so like derpy at times. I'm gonna walk these guys because it is a little nervous every time taking these guys down here. Just because this ledge, I don't want them to run off, and Spino I could lose, but the Meglos I'd rather not. Because currently at the moment there is a bug where it has been fixed on the PC but not the PS4 yet, where Meglos babies, aberrants, they are not popping as aberrant babies. They are just popping as regular ones, which makes them sleep during the day, and that's a real upset. So, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like I might have to rebreed completely new Meglos. That's why I'm trying to keep the tame ones alive in case that happens. I'm not sure how my current bred ones are. And then we're gonna start fighting. The point of the Meglos is the Meglos are the hard hitters right now, and the Spinos are the tanks. Like, it seems like they always go for the Spinos first, and then the little Meglos just sneak in and they just start tearing away at them. That's why too I would prefer pure Meglos down here if I could get enough. But just finding high level Meglos compared to everybody else also looking for them, it's kind of a bit of a rush, or it's a bit of a just they've beaten me to it. Rather than usually every time I do find like a good one, like a 130 plus, it's either time for bed, it's either time for work, or it's just, you know, it's ARK. It's gonna give you the best stuff when you can't do it. If I had a nickel for every time I had a good tame that I just didn't have the time to tame it. Oh man. Okay. Also, you'll notice down here there are elemental ores. You can get them on the surface, but if you're a little nervous about the surface and dealing with the whole Reaper Queen situation, you can collect them from here. These are elemental ores. You might as well collect them if you're doing a Drake run. I mean, because if you're down enough to do Drake, you might as well just pick up stuff. Get yourself some element. Oh, dinos, don't get stuck in the rover. That's what I'm nervous. Okay. We're just going to continue up this pathway. See, 150 Drakes. Yeah, they're going to be quite a high level, but as long as we stick together as a group, me and the dinos, we should be able to have this. That's the thing people I don't think realize. Yeah, you can't use the solo. Oh, I'm a soloist, so I can't do something. I don't think it's really that. It's just, you know, more perspective. Like, you're solo, but you're not alone. You got your dinos to back you up. I mean, hey, sometimes they can be better than tribe mates, honestly. I remember I've had tribe mates where they just, like, they freeze in the middle of combat. I'm like, just keep biting, man. Just keep biting. We'll be alright. Wow, these dinos, they'll bite. They'll even chase stuff over the cliff. So, I mean, it hasn't been too bad. Okay, if you'll notice, down to my right, there is a gorge down there, and that's probably where there are a majority of the nest, but currently being a soloist, I would not try it, even though, I mean, you're very, hey, we all get A greedy at some point, but you don't want to put yourself in something that you can't get out of, you know? And I mean, every time I've gone for those eggs, I think I've only survived once out of all of the attempts. I do not want to take my Drake down there, because I've heard stories of Drakes already getting pinned down and just getting thrashed, and yeah, I'm not trying to have that happen to me. See, we're just clearing out this cave pretty good, and it does help to clear these out because we will have some show up still, but it's best we take out as many as we can, as long as it's not too much of a hassle. And I'm going to show you 3 nests that I always... Usually this spot... Oh, actually, it has all 3. Sometimes this spot can have 2 nests, sometimes it can have 3. Oh, look, there's another one. I wish I could freaking hit that thing. Oh my gosh. Just keep tearing it up, guys. There we go. 170, wow, that was no wonder it looks so tough. Well, it's better to focus on me than printed one rather than the other guys. Oh, there's one right there we gotta get. Yeah, you don't want any drakes in sight when you go for your eggs, because they just move extremely quick and you're gonna need time to get back on your dino. Trying to get his attention, but he's extremely close to the edge. And that's one thing I don't want, is my dinos going over or near that edge. Not a big fan of it. I think he has our attention now. Oh, 180. Let's hope that's a good sign, and there's a 180 egg around here. We did notice that one too. There was like some level 20s around here, and we actually found level 20 eggs. I'm not saying that has an effect. Oh my gosh, another one. Do I have a bow on me? I just want to get his attention. And I just need like an arrows. This is from the junk I've collected off of just killing these drakes. They just drop mediocre stuff. Okay, Meglos, don't fuse inside of me, and I think I'm stuck again. It's the only thing about Spinos and Meglos, they don't seem to get... They don't work well with each other. I'm kind of nervous about that one being right around the corner. Seems like I'm going to have to be pretty quick. What is stuck inside me? Okay, there we go. So we have our first nest right there. We're going to go for that one. The dinos will be good right here. Hopefully... I'm going to have to keep an eye out. This is actually probably one of the riskiest times I've done it. Just because of the fact of that drake being right around the corner. Okay, I heard something stomping, but I thought it was a drake stomping around, but it was actually... We're just gonna climb up. This is usually the better nest to go for first, and I'll show you why. Just because the fact that you can jump down and get to your spinal extremely quick. Okay, let's see what egg we got. Level 50. The thing about... Okay, I got the eggs, I better hurry. Gonna back up in this corner. And let the fight begin. Thing about drake eggs, low level or high level, it's really a win-win situation, because if you're into the basilisk, you can use your lower level eggs to kibble tame them. And those things are extremely powerful. I mean, they hit extremely hard. They're not breedable, but the way they hit seems to hit so much more harder. They do come with like a lot of health, but they seem to take a lot of damage per hit. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example of restarting the aggro. We see that drake in the back in the distance over there? Okay, I'm gonna switch it from its inventory and to mine. And look at that drake come for us right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you re-aggro them. If you actually have an egg on you and you just want to clear the area that you're in, this is how you would do it. Just simple as that. Let them come to his death. We're gonna wait a minute because some of them are kind of derpy and climbing up the walls from that canyon. There we go. See, look, there's one right behind us. Yeah, see how derpy they can be? So you might want to give it a few minutes to let them make it up here. Let me add a level. Okay. We do have another nest which is right there in front of me and then one higher up there. Once again, it goes over the edge and I cannot see it. I really don't like that. That gives me this most. It's because it's like that's like a drake never forgets. Like, that guy will come back like 5 minutes later trying to bite me, kill me, and just make my day horrible. Also, let's take a check. Okay. Also, too, you do want to keep an eye on the integrity of your hazmat suit. Just want to keep that, make sure that stays good. We're going to go for the second nest. This part will be easier because if you can get the first nest, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting the second egg because, I mean, you really haven't left, so the render distance shouldn't change. Once again, a level 50 egg. I'm gonna eat a burger and heal up real quick while we wait for the drakes to show up. I mean, it would be nice for the video to find a high level egg, but I mean, you know how the egg chances go. But these 3 nests, they can be either 2 or 3 nests right here, and I mean, I've got my 190s, 180s, 175s. I've gotten all that from here, so I mean, these aren't fairly that bad at all. Okay. Let's check my water too. My water's pretty good. Suit integrity. Okay, that's good. Let's go for the last egg and then we'll head out of here. And if you look at the time, 32 minutes. I mean, this is just me too, taking my time. Once you know what you're doing, you can run this a lot quicker. And I promise we could probably cut that down to 15 minutes if we had the Drake way. But I will do that probably. I'll do a separate video on that. It's a shorter one just showing you how to get there quicker. I mean, it literally does cut off a lot of time, especially your rad suits. Your rad suits won't be taking as much damage. So, I mean, I honestly did it in one suit. And the suit I went in, actually, I took damage from a snake fight. So my suit wasn't at perfect health and I was still able to. That's how quick these runs can be. It takes time, it takes practice. Oh, we got an egg. See, these things always reappear. That's the thing I like. Unlike the wyverns, it was always see a nest, but I don't know if there's an egg in there. Now there's an egg. Now it's just about levels. On level 15. Well, we came all the way down here for 3 derpy eggs. But this run can be done like in a matter of like a lot of time. Yeah, that's it. That's how I've gotten 3 eggs, 3 drake eggs. And these are just with tame dinos, so you don't have to think about breeding. I did breed just for extra comfort, just 1 Spino, which probably everybody might have that. If you're starting out new, don't worry. All you need to do is build a trap and get some good Spinos. Okay, we got a guy coming. And we're going to head out of this place. Now, I know I didn't have a good find today, but 3 eggs, 3 times bonus, I could actually tame a 110 basilisk if I wanted to. So, I mean, hey, that's not bad. Basilisks can be very annoying, but kind of an easy tame if you get the gist of the idea with them. Which that will probably be for another video. And oh look, I just beat them to it. Let me let them know. Endless, when those should be nameless. Almost made a big typo. They are going to go check out those eggs, but see, we just beat them to them, and yeah. See, too, one thing I've noticed about people, you have to come down here properly prepared. Any kind of that rush for Drake eggs is not going to get you what you want. There is no rushing. You just got to simply do this and do it the right way. You got to have a light guy. You got to have your suits. You got to be properly prepared. See, and I think they're having trouble with the nameless, if you've seen that. Because they did previously come down there for the last time, and they, when I came down here with them last time, they were struggling with the nameless too. I mean, I don't know how hard it is to get a bulldog, but from my experiences, it's not too hard. Maybe a little time consuming if you want that perfect tame, because I mean, you can go buy the plant Z seed, plant Z plant, and let the seeds spit out and get that 100% tame, or you can go with the aqua mushrooms. I mean, I would even suggest a level 35 like dog over anything, you know, like maybe low level, but at least it can get its jobs done. It's not the fact that nameless just spawn here, it's just the fact that, yeah, you do need one. Just say, oh, my light actually went out, and see, look, I'm getting nameless now. But I do have some babies, so this isn't like a bad idea. Just these guys going over the edges is scaring me a little bit. I don't like finding on cliff sides. Let's use the emo light just to... Oh no, don't get stuck in here. Don't get stuck in here. Those rocks are gonna get me stuck. Oh my gosh, and then I gotta pull out all the dinos just to get this guy out. And that's how you make a noob mistake 101. Yeah, this is so annoying right here. Probably just gonna have to reset all the dinos. Oh great, I'm making a horrible mess right now. I'm just making a mess of everything. And this is why I don't like Spinos down here, because they are so janky to maneuver, but it's the best thing we got at the moment. I'm just having the worst time ever. Okay, got you there. Let's get you out. Yeah, they are all extremely overweight because of the eggs. Poor Spinal, probably gonna break, or Maglo, probably gonna break his back. You can do it, come on. Alright, there we go. Finally, after I showed you how to be a noob one-on-one in the cave, and now we can get back on track. What the heck? Are these rocks are really that powerful where I can get stuck on that small one? See that little small one right there? He actually got stuck on it. That is so annoying. I can't, okay. Oh. And now let's continue. I do get a little nervous around these parts. I try not to make sure there's no fighting on here because the turning can be janky, and you know how wide that spinal has to turn. Meglos would not be bad. If I had like 6 Meglos down here, that would be so much more better. So as a tip, I would try to go for just pure Meglos. And I'm sorry this video took a lot longer than I thought. It was 42 minutes, but it's a guide on how to get solo Drake eggs and PvE. I hope it does show you on how to get out. I mean, it does show, like, give you a better info. Alright, let's see. And that's how you complete a Drake run egg. My suit is, well, we actually made it down to 1 suit. I still have 2 spare suits. Okay, I think I'm probably going to cut the video off. I don't know if you would need me to exactly show you how to get it done. Actually, I could show you how to get out the Drake way. And the floodgates have been opened. I showed it 2 tribes earlier, and they're all going crazy for them. Yeah, this would be a little bit of a slower trip. I'm going to show you actually how to get out of here by Drake. It would be the same pathway. You could just watch the video and see how I got out. The same exact way, just backtracking. But for the Indian, I do want to show you how to get out, because I know once you get your Drake egg, you probably want to come down and try this more. Or maybe you might devise a practical way on my exit. Maybe it doesn't need just a Drake to get out. Maybe you can actually come up with something more creative than me. And I will show you where that area is at. And once again, yeah, I did this in 1 suit run. That was very great. It's probably because the spinal speed is why you need multiple suits. Just the fact they move so slow, they need stam, and this part right here, this long empty walk is just so unbearable. But I gotta admit, as dangerous it is being down here, I mean, I think it just looks the best. It looks intriguing. Keeps me guessing, like, well, what's over that cliff? What's down there? Because I honestly haven't probably explored maybe less than half of this whole purple area, and the other half is because it's Reaper territory, and I'm not quite ready for Reaper Queen. I'm actually looking into that, but I'm not quite there for one. We'll probably do a video on that too if I can somehow successfully pull that off, but we shall see. Okay. Also, too, if you notice, the whole purple zone is pure radiation. There is one safe spot. We're about to come back. I forgot to mention it earlier, but yeah, let me mention that before the video ends. And 46 minutes. Oh my gosh, that seems like it took way too long. Yeah. Okay, here we are. If you notice, the radiation symbol is gone, and we are still in the purple. This is one of the spots that is non-radiated. You could build a base down here. There's Z-seed plant not too far, but it is kind of extremely hostile, so this is going to be more for once you have your stuff set up, probably a second base location. And we see up there, there's blue areas. There's blue mushrooms. And instead of going that old pathway, we're going to go the Drake way. Maybe you could climb this with by hooks, but this would seem like a long climb. Maybe you can devise something that I'm not thinking of. Okay, and we're going to climb up the wall using the drakes. This is probably the best ability. I mean, they glide and it is very useful, but the fact that you can scale anything and any kind of surface is just so helpful. No more red zone, guys. We are completely out of the red zone, and that's by a Drake. And I will show you exactly where we are going to be at too. It's a little hard getting back down, trying to find the right angle, but here we are. Now we are in the blue zone. No radiation. We do have some spores. You will notice there is kind of like an uphill flow to this building. Oh, my light is off. Is that a red maglo? Is that the same red maglo? 50. Well, that's not good. We're gonna follow this uphill kind of flow. I'm going to keep curving left up here. I know I don't have the best directions on to get out, but if you could just watch the video and kind of like follow my steps. Oh, see, those are the cyan spores I'm talking about. Those little circles right there. Yeah. And it has to be night. Let me see if I can turn my light back on. Give us better. Not the best, but alright. Okay, and we are into the fertile zone now. And that's all it takes, guys. That's how you get your Drake eggs solo. If you're barely buying the add-on, the best thing to do is tame some maglos and spinos, build traps. The map comes with plenty of mutton. Ovises are everywhere. If you do tame a Ravager, they do have they can cut weight in half, so they're great for helping you tame and keeping like meat, the mutton from spoiling. And I'll just show you where we're back at. I'll take you back to the entrance of the blue area. And this is where we first descended into the blue area. And there we go, guys. That's how you get there. Alright, if there's anything I missed or I could have given more info, please leave a comment. Let me know. there's something else you're probably needing a video on how to do PS4 PVE, let me know. Let's see. There's a novice right there. They are so common. But I mean, it doesn't matter if it's trying to build something, trying to find something tame. I could try to do a video on it. I mean, I do like ARK. It's probably the only game I've bought in, and I haven't really bought in another game just because this game takes up so much time, and it's a lot of fun, especially with the new map. And there is my lower part of my base. So we did this guide using there is no God mode, there is no bonuses or timers on. This is all official settings. And if there's, yeah, like I said, if there's something else I left out, guys, just leave me a comment. I'll try to fix that. Try to give some info on that if there's something I did not leave, if there's something I forgot to talk about. But that's how you do it. That's how you get your Drake eggs and you start raising your Drake army. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.